Hi everybody, it's Julie, and I'm here with the next video, the Make With Me video from May Mystery Mayhem Junk Journal Challenge. And during the video when I was making this, when I was waiting for this to dry, I chose the items for the next video. So we're going to make a top tuck. We're going to use some stamping, napkin or tissue, and journal space lined. So in our May Mayhem Junk Journal Challenge, we have 31 different things that we are supposed to use in our journal. You can use 25 to 31 of them. Some of them are items to use, and items to make, like a top tuck. What else? Make a decorated guest check. You needed to decorate or alter whatever it is. So for the mystery part, you pull something out. For the mayhem, you pull more than one thing. Okay, so this one is a top tuck. We have to use a napkin or tissue, some journal space lines, and stamping. So let's get right to it. So I have this piece of cardstock. It was left over from something that my mom had printed. She printed a whole ream of this cardstock, a blessing and a grace. We actually used those at her funeral because, you know, there was like 144 or 200 of them or whatever. And then I have this left over. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. I am going to stamp. And I have chosen a lined stamp to use. And that will take care of our journal space lined and our stamping. And I had picked this up at Hobby Lobby last year or the year before, and picked it up because I liked the fact that it was lined. And so here we go. We got our black Ranger archival ink, and I'm just gonna go ahead and on a large stamp you can either put your stamp pad on that way or this way, and actually this way you might get better coverage. You might. I'm not positive, but okay. So there we go. I want to stamp it with this way for right now. And I'm just going to put it on. Okay. And cover our stamp pad back up because, you know, we don't want to. Okay, so we'll dry it. So the next thing that we have to do is we have to add our bird. And I'm just checking how I want to put this. So I'm going to cut out my journaling, and I don't know if you noticed, but well, you probably noticed I'm a little off-centered here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to try and fix it by using this. Okay, and I know that I want to come down on it. Okay. Meaning I wanted my pressure coming towards me. So there, I've fixed the line here. And now I'm going to go here and cut my, there we go. And let's figure out about how we're going to be just under 4 inches here because we want this to be a square. Okay, so we're going to end up under 4 inches. Let's see where we're going to be. 3, let's figure 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, right? Just under 4 inches. So we'll say 3 7/8 is where we're going to cut. So we're going to come over here. We're going to cut this at 3 7/8. Okay. And we're going to come this way. No, this way. Line it up at 3 7/8. And there we go. Look at there. Okay, so that will give us our square. Of course, we're going to save this for something later. And okay, so we're going for a top tuck. So and then also a journal line space. So I'm going with this, and that's how we're going to be. So my image that I'm going to want to use, I got to do all this planning. Okay, my image needs to go on this space here. Okay, right? It's going to go up. So image, the good part of the image needs to be there. I want to use the goldfinch or the Carolina wren. So one of those, and it looks like the Carolina wren is actually going to fit probably best because 2 things. One thing is that's going to make the goldfinch look off my page because I'm figuring that this is going to go up on a left top. And I don't want my bird looking off because that will take people's interest off the page. So I'm going to put the Carolina wren over here. I'm going to actually go ahead and fold this to make sure that my whole page is covered. Now I could just like, how do I want to? I'm going to do it this way. Okay. Okay. So come back. Our little Carolina wren. Like I said, we could do the fussy ripping of this, and that would be fine. But okay, let's see. We want to make sure that we are going to be on. Okay, now you could also put some music paper underneath this. The music paper will show through the napkin, would be really kind of cool. Okay. Don't need a whole lot of extra. Okay, so now I go ahead and I prefer to use my Tombow Mono Liquid Glue Aqua. I'm going to use the bottom, which has the broad tip, and I am going to saturate my top tuck here. Okay, and all the way to the edge and a little bit over. Make sure it's and all around the edge. I think we're good. Good. Okay. And then we're going to take our Carolina wren Make sure we're at the top, make sure we're at the bottom, and press it down. And I'm just going to press it out. I call this dry decoupage. Okay. And it is a very wet glue, so we may get some wrinkles, and I'm okay with that because it is, to me, part of the personality, or it gives it dimension. But I am going to watch it and try and have the least amount that I can of wrinkles. I'm cutting along the edge here. If this was not an edge that was going to be seen on the other side, then I would go ahead and just fold it over like we're going to do for the tuck part. See, the tuck part is going to have a fold over, but this other is going to be cut all the way to the edge. Okay, and come back in. There. Oh, look, we missed. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Come back in. Okay, and then we can go ahead and also add in a little more stamping if we want, and I'm going to this time. I'm looking for paper to put under, like you'd think. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to use the clock that we've been using. Okay, so there's some other stamping if you don't have or want to stamp with the lined stamp, because you could put lined paper for your lined journal piece. That right back up there. Okay. Okay, so now we'll just wait for this to dry and be able to use it in our journal. And it will go into the journal. My plan is for it to go into a top left corner. I will either glue it or sew it, and then things can be tucked in like so. So the tuck is made. It just has to find its page, and that will be fine. Could put it on a page from the plant book. Like that page. Okay. Okay, we'll pull this out. I did do a video showing you how to take apart a book if it's if it can be taken apart in this way to have your pages. This has got, there's actually 2 signatures here, so let's go ahead and pull this other signature down, and the page that I'm going to use, or that I would like to use here, is the very back page. We're going to go and go to the center. Okay. There they are. Make sure our strings are undone. And because we want to pull this back page off. Okay, there we go. Got the back page. Why the back page? Well, it has this Fortunella japonica. It's a kumquat. It's a Chinese kumquat, and very similar to lemon or orange. It says later in the book, it's page 78. Or number 78. China, small tree with shiny leaves, small white fragrant flowers, and small orange-yellow long-lasting fruits which are edible but very bitter. Use. The orange and lemon trees grown in South grow indoors well enough but can rarely, if ever, be brought to flower or bear fruit. On the other hand, the Chinese kumquat is an excellent plant for light windows where it flowers almost the whole year round and at the same time bears long-lasting miniature oranges. So, because it looks like lemons, I am going to use that in the journal about my mom because she loved lemons. So, and I think I'm not going to use it on this page because I really want that full thing. We'll probably make a pocket here, maybe out of this because we have it. But yeah, I think that would be awesome. Okay, let's so I think we'll put it on this page right here. And again, because it is a shiny paper, I am going to go ahead and I'll be sewing it. Okay, so that will give me a top tuck page in this little journal. And I will probably also, I have the Moda fabric, they're little round circles like this, and the cat just knocked it down. But I think I'm going to go ahead and add a fabric ribbon using either this or the fabric that came with the vintage Mimi's So Darn Cute vintage kit. So I might use that. But there we go. So our top tuck, and I think we'll go ahead and leave it there. And we made it. We made a top tuck using a napkin or tissue with the journal space lined and stamping. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll draw for the next thing that we're going to make. And so we've done a top tuck that can go in the, we don't have to make another one. Let's see. So and we have made our flat paper clip. We don't need the question mark. That was for a different thing. So here we go. And so these are, what do we have left of actual things to make? We need to make a belly band. We need metal, junk mail, doily, paper flowers, stenciling, bling, fussy cut image. We need to make a lace pocket, and then the cover and the other things. So let's go ahead. We'll put those in there and cover them up. We're going to pick one of these to make as my next project, and can't grab one. Okay, so our next project is going to be a belly band. And these are the things that we can use on it. So that is the mystery. The mystery is what we're going to make this time. And okay, and what are we going to use on it? Messy thread. Let's dig down in there. Junk mail, napkin, and tissue. Okay, so there you go. That will be the next one. We'll be making a belly band from messy thread, napkin, or tissue, and junk mail. Yay! Belly band from messy thread, napkin, tissue, or junk mail. We're going to put the flat paper clip that we made last time and the top tuck into, we've already made those, and put these in our thing here, and there you go. So find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Have an amazing day. Thank you for being here. And of course, join us at the May Mystery Mayhem Junk Journal Challenge it's a Facebook group, and we'd love to have you. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.